Good morning, my friends. I'm out here on my back porch, and I'm out here with my old buddy Jack. Here's Jack, and Jill is over there. And let me back this off just a little bit so you might be able to see more. Anyway, so last Saturday, what I did is I was still in the living room in the breakfast nook area. But anyway, I showed you that I had five tea bags that were used, just like this one is. And as you can see, it doesn't have any staple, or it doesn't have any staple in the top. These are twining tea. I've been using twining tea for years and years. And the question posed was, do these break down completely, totally? Or is there just a little bit of like a plastic sheeting that goes on the one side? I have found like little squares of plastic occasionally, not very often, but occasionally, in my castings. So the experiment was to go ahead and take these tea bags. I'll put that over there. And I even put 5 little sticks where I put them. Now, 4 of them, 2 here and 2 here, were the English, the Irish breakfast tea. And it's a stronger tea. I think you let it brew longer. And then the one in the center here is the herbal buttermint. And I think that this one does break down completely, and possibly this one has some residual. And I was going to wait 2 weeks, but curiosity killed the cat. I just can't wait any longer. I want to make sure that that I catch it if I see some. So I'm going to, and the reason I have you at an angle is because when I've been doing it straight on, sometimes my camera is turning it around and you're getting a narrow view of it. So I'm not quite sure. I've been told, well, did you do it as a portrait or did you do it as a landscape? And portrait would be the more vertical and landscape would be the more horizontal. And I'm sure I'm on horizontal, but what can I say? Anyway, diagonally I can play with it here. So I've got my little area here, and I want to be really careful about how I take it up so that I don't miss anything. And like I said, it's only been 1 week. It's only been 7 days. And I moved everybody back outside. Like I said, I'm out in the back porch, and they were in the house for about 10 days. We were having really some cold weather, and it gets to be, whoops. Is that something? Wait, let me do it this way so that I can just tell little bit by little bit. I didn't bury them very deep. Half inch or so. There, look. There's a string. And what do we have here? These are basically red wigglers, and I'm sure blue worms over the years. Originally, they were supposed to all be red wigglers, but that was back in 2009. What did I even know back then? There's another string. This is the one I'm kind of curious as to. Feeling something down there. Not sure what it is. It's a worm. It's kind of a cloudy Saturday here. And I think that's just paper. More of a I feel like an archaeologist bringing up stuff. This actually looks like, oh yeah, it's a tea bag. And this was the one that was the herbal. Now they did have tea in them. I didn't open them up or anything. Well, I did open them up. I'm sorry, I take it back. They didn't have tea in them. They would have been open. We've got 3. I'm so used to working with bare fingers that it's hard for me to muster through going with the coverings on my hands. I have no idea how I even cut myself, but it was a pretty deep cut and right in the thumb. And it's, if you're left-handed, you use your right thumb for a lot of power things. And so I've been hitting it all week. That's a coffee filter. Anyway, I've been hitting it all week, and every time I hit it, it breaks open again. So Rick says, well, cover your well, don't do that. Sit down and read all day like I do. Then you'll heal. I'm like, Rick is a very content person to sit and read all day. I'm not that content. I smell onion, and I'm just realizing that I threw a couple. I don't see anything here. But I do see more worms. Remember, I fed both sides. So I'm not sure if the worms are moving along. Look how far down I'm going. Yeah, I don't feel a tea bag here. And I can't imagine that just one disappeared. You have to be here. I don't see you. So that would have been the first one I planted. And this would have been the second one. And this was all area that was really fed real well. Isn't that something? It's avocado. Isn't that something? I did put coffee filters over top of the group. I don't want to give a falsehood here, but I have 1, 2, 3. And you saw me lay them out. If you look at last week's, you saw me lay them out, and all I did was I put like 1, 2, 3, and then I used castings over top of it, and then I put a coffee filter over top of that, and then of course the bubble wrap. But I mean, you can see that this is pretty thin. Let's see if they look the same. This is almost like a... No, they look the same. This one looks like the most intact. And I'm wondering if it's because this was fed a lot of food, and if they ate and it broke down over here and then it started to knot and then really knot and then almost negligible amount from the amount that is normal. Let me just break the other one open and show you. This is what it would have looked like. So, you know, fascinating. So what I'm going to do is, well, let's try this. Let's stick another one here in this feeding area. You can see there's a lot of worms over here. We'll start this little round again. And I'll put some moist stuff in there. And I will take 2 of them so I know exactly where it is. Tuck my little nameplate in there. And then these guys, let's just cozy them in. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. And cozy it back over. There, I don't see anything except for a nice, beautiful worm. All right, so we'll come back. This is February 1st. We'll come back next Saturday. This is our new one, and 1, 2, 3. Those are the ones that are a week old. So this will be a week old next week, and these will be 2 weeks old, and we'll see how that does. So anyway, I hope you'll come back and see how we do next week. So take care, everybody. Remember, garden what you've got, and I hope to see you back real soon, because you know I'll be here. Take care. Bye-bye.